Hey guys, it's Gabriel Roberts, Roberts Bushcraft, out here on the farm again today. My dad got a really good deal on the United States Marine Corps 2-man combat tent, and this is what we got here in its carry case, or in its stuff sack if you would. This is just awesome. We've had it set up a couple of times. This thing is absolutely bomb-proof. We got it here today to show you it, to review it, to do an overnighter with it, all with you guys, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so we're just going to reveal the items of this, the contents of this here bag and this tent. On the front, or on the lid here, we have instructions for how to set up the tent. They're pretty simple, really easy to follow. Let me just get a close up of those. And they're really easy to follow, like I was saying. And you know, when you first set this up, definitely go by that. So first off, how we have this rolled up is the tent and the fly here. Now we opted to leave the repair kit at home because it wasn't a complete kit that we got, and we didn't see it necessary to bring it with us just for a quick little overnighter. But inside of this is actually a repair kit bag, but like I said, we opted to leave that at home, so the repair kit actually isn't in this. But inside of this bag, you have your steak. This is also your steak bag. So we have steaks and guidelines in here, and we're going to be revealing that in just a second. But let's get this tent rolled out, and here's your case, your bag. There's 2 loops. Let's see if I can get that. 2 loops here and here, so you can tie it to the bottom of your backpack, or like we did, make a little handle out of it with some paracord. And either way, you can use it. So we're just going to get this turned sideways. Bring it back. Alright, so up top you have your rain fly, and for right now we're just going to scoop that off to the side. Just going to lay that down here with the poles, the stakes. Here you have your pole bag, and these are aluminum tent poles, not fiberglass. These aluminum poles also have stretchy cord inside of them, so really easy to put together. And the reason why I mentioned aluminum poles here, fiberglass poles, there's a really big difference. Fiberglass poles crack and splinter really easily, and that can get on your hands, and that can hurt trying to get that out, those splinters. And that could also really easy to break poles, not as strong. So these aluminum poles with the stretchy cord in the middle are awesome. So I'm going to set that down here with the stakes and the rain fly. And we'll also be showing how to fold this up. Taking my gloves off there real quick, guys. So we have the floor facing down. It is a bathtub floor, so it's waterproof. It doesn't look like a bathtub floor, but trust me guys, it is. It's not a blackout coating bathtub floor like the ICS 2000, but the rain fly itself is blackout, which is awesome. So we're just going to pull that out a little bit more. Grab our poles. Okay guys, so here's what I was talking about, the stretch cord in the middle. See that, guys? Right there. And you always want to feed these in carefully like that and slide them in together. You don't just want to let them snap, because you can bust the casing on these, and the casing being this and this, the shiny part and the black part here. You can bust that casing, and that would be very bad, because then you have to order a new tent pole, and you really don't want to do that, guys. You'd like to keep all your gear nice and together, and these do fall down nice and compact. And here's the rest of them here. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get this set up. And as I'm assembling this one pole, my dad is going to be assembling the other two.
This tent in its current configuration weighs in about 8.5 pounds. Definitely not an ultralight tent by any means, but it is designed to either car camp or more directly for 2 people to carry. Gabriel and I will share the load. He'll carry the tent or the tent body and the poles. I'll carry the fly and stakes. So we're able to spread the weight in such ways.
And guys, another tip, you always want to push your poles, not pull them. And guys, don't freak out if you ever do get this and you see these poles bending a little bit, because like I did say, these are aluminum and they will bend. Like if you look at this here, they do bend quite a good bit.
Okay, you want to feed yours through that one there?
Alright.
And it is possible for one man to set this up. It is a lot easier with 2 people. Okay, feed through. Good.
Okay guys, so this is how it looks when you get it spread out and it's still on the floor, on the ground here. And when you roll this up, you always want to make sure the floor of the tent is going to be facing the ground when you roll it out. Although it wouldn't really matter too much, because like we did mention, this is a vapor permeable tent body on the outside. So it wouldn't really matter too much, but it is always nice to keep top of your tent from getting wet. And when you're, a good little tip for when you're running the poles through, stake down 1 or 2 of the corners. One of the 2 of the corners here, so the tent doesn't go everywhere while you're staking this up. But it is good to mention this is designed for 2 people to set it up at the same time, although it is possible to do it with 1 man. And of course guys, it's not going to be real tight at first. You just want it so when this tent body does shift a little bit, it's not going to come flying out of the ground. Alright guys, so here are the aluminum poles, shock cord. I'm just going to set this pole bag right beside the carry case. Hey guys, another good tip. Always slide them together nice and easily. Don't let them snap, because you can bust the casings like that. And you really don't want to have to buy new poles if you really don't have to. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and put the poles through the sleeves here and get them grommeted in. Now another good tip, you always want to push your poles. You don't want to pull them. Now what I'm doing here is I'm using my knees on the top of the tent body. You normally don't want to step on the tent body. Alright guys, so we got the first two poles, which create an X. And I think they're easiest to do first. Now the sleeve, we'll just get that started. Alright, so you want to leave it about equal length on each side. On each side of the middle pole. And now we're just going to start grommeting them in. You always want to, or at least we always start with the poles that make an X first. Getting these up. Now these are going to slide a little bit. The pole just came out of the grommet. Then you want to do the same thing with the other side. Now you just want to set her up and spread her out. Just enough so she can stand up. And then from here is where you start grinding these in. And then after you get this other side grounded in, you're going to see this tent really puffs out. Okay. Now you just want to spread it out. And now you're just going to want to stake all your corners down. If you look at the front here, it might look like it's lifted. Well, it is lifted up off the ground. That's just because it's not tight and staked out. And also, when you lay down in this, it'll all flatten out. So now we're just going to throw the rain fly on real quick. And very obvious which spot is the front. Of course, the mid pole here that runs through is obviously the front. The supposedly front door. And on the carry bag, it comes with instructions on that, so you can quickly read those before you set this up. And this is all secured onto this by Velcro and snaps, buckles. And this is a reversible rain fly, so you can either have it in the desert camo kind of tan configuration, or you can have it in the woodland camo. And of course, we are in North Carolina woods, so we're obviously going to have woodland camo in it. Now this big door here in the front, that is, well, let's see if I can show you here. Okay, so you can kind of see the outline of the door here, which goes around just like that. That's the front door. It's just a straight line door for the back. Alright guys, and before you snap these down to the buckles down here, you're going to want to Velcro this all to your poles. Now here's a little piece of Velcro. It doesn't really matter where you put it on your poles, it just matters that you get it on there. Actually, there is Velcro up at the top, in the middle. So we're actually going to do that first. Here's a big piece of Velcro for the middle section. And I do recommend doing this first, because this is probably, if you Velcro all the other sides, this is going to be the hardest part to get to. So you just wrap that through here, bring it up, and Velcro it down. And guys, it's just rinse and repeat for all the corners. Alright guys, and here we're just going to buckle it all down. And this is another rinse and repeat thing for all the corners. So I'm just going to go around through all the corners of the tent and buckle it up. We're back here staking these two pieces out here. Alright guys, so now we're going to come around to the front and basically do the same thing, but you always want to do the back first, because you might flip the whole tent over if you do the front first. And we'll come over here. And this actually was not where we slept last night. We slept over by our campsite. Back near my shelter. To the left just a little ways. There's a little spot over there. But that just looked a little funny for the video, so we decided to do it over here in an open area. But this is what it looks like fully complete with rain fly. And I do want to show you the vestibule area here. And then you do have toggles, so you can roll your rain fly up, your rain fly door up here. Piece of Velcro here on the back. A piece of elastic, sorry, not Velcro. And then you have a vestibule area here and here. And we are probably going to use the footage from yesterday with us showing you the inside of the tent. So that's where we're going to stop it for right now. But now we're going to show you how to set up the hooch. Alright guys, so you can see the reversible rain fly set up here. It's a desert tan. But we at Roberts Bushcraft, like I said at the beginning, do feel that this could be used in a snow environment. Again, it's set up the exact same way as the woodland camo side, with the Velcro spots and the buckles. And of course the back door and front door is staked out. And then of course these pieces of elastic right here for rolling your doors back. And they have those on both sides. Alright guys, real quick before we move on to the hooch setup, I just want to show you how tall this is in comparison to me. I'm 5'10", almost 5'11", and this is about chest height. Alright guys, this time we're going to break down the tent body and rain fly and just set up the hooch configuration with just the rain fly. So these are the buckles for the hooch setup. The ones with the buckle snaps go from here to here and from here to the other side. Now there is one odd one with a ring, and you use these button snaps for this. These right here. Button that down. And that goes across the middle section. Now we're missing a ring. Somehow it popped off. It might have not, well, it was on there from the beginning because I do remember seeing that. It popped off somehow, so we're just having to use paracord. But it'll still work exactly the same. Make sure to always keep extra pieces of stuff like that in your pockets so you don't lose it. So there's 3 straps total. Here's one of the ones with the buckles. So we're going to lay that down here. Here's the one with the snaps, so we're going to lay that down here in the middle. And here's one with the buckle, so we're going to lay that down here at the other end. Now what you want to do, pretty self-explanatory here, you just kind of button the buckle to buckle. There you go. And now the one in the middle. There you go. Now this is kind of where it gets a little odd. They tell you not to go through the Velcro here, but through the loops. It might be kind of hard to see right here on the video, but here's the Velcro and here's a loop. You don't pass it through that Velcro. You pass it straight through the loop like that. You're going to go through the Velcro in the middle and then through the loop at the end. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. That'll get it. And not through the elastic either. And then there you go. That's one. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. And then, of course, you're going to secure it tighter with the Velcro in the middle. And here's a loop right here. Alright, so now you have your basic shape, and now we're going to move on. Alright guys, we just did a quick little dry run off camera just to see if one man actually could do it, and my dad was able to get it set up. So I'm going to try it by myself here, and we got it laid out exactly how we left off. Except we did connect this strap over on the left side to the right buckle. And we actually messed up here originally. We told you to go ahead and button your middle strap here. You can do that, but it's really unnecessary. It's just going to get in the way for right now. So we'll see how it wrapped around this right here when we were over here. So we're just going to throw that up under here right now, because we really don't need this for this part. So basically, when you connect buckle to buckle, in the middle, we recommend you leave the Velcro off for right now, until you get it, the buckles grommeted in on the opposite sides. Then you can connect the Velcro up under it. Like you get inside of it, flip it over, and then Velcro it in the center. So now we're just going to push the poles through and see if we can grommet this out. Now it's going to freak out. It's going to go a little crazy because it's stretching like it is right here. But it's pretty easy to do. Here you just want to get it connected in, and now, actually hang on, you need this up under both of the poles. Okay guys, it is important to mention that this can be a frustrating process. Now, what you kind of want to try to do is get this pole back in the center. Okay, now we got both these poles worked down to the center, and this is a whole lot easier with two people. But of course, my dad is holding the camera, and I told him I kind of wanted a challenge, see if I could get it set up to this point. And if you see here in the middle, if you could come just a little bit closer, here in the middle of this Velcro piece that I was talking about, you're going to want to scoot these closer and Velcro them up after you flip it over. But actually at this step, you actually could do it right now if you wanted to. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to flip it over. Alright guys, and this is where you attach the middle, this strap right here. But you have to go inside for this. So let's head on in. Okay, so down here is where you have your loop. And for this, make sure you get it straight.
Unbuckle it.
Right here?
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, and now you're going to put in your pole that basically pushes this front part out. And there's a little piece of Velcro right here and a loop that you run this through. So I'm going to go grab that pole real fast and we'll be right back. Alright guys, actually we were supposed to put this pole in through this loop before we turn it over, but I think we can still work with this right here, just feeding it through. Of course, we're going to run it right up under the tent. It's going to bend a little bit, guys, but that's alright. I have to come on in here real quick. Basically, this grommet down here, it's only one. And you're going to want to fit that right into that. Now, this is where things start getting a little scary. You're going to think that your pole is about to snap. But the way they have this set up, you can really, really bend these poles. So now all you have to do is bend the pole enough to where you can get it grounded in on the other side. Like I said, guys, this is kind of a weird part. Now it's going to start stretching and flipping a little bit, but it should be all right. Now I'm going to hop out and stretch this thing out. And then of course you do have to stake it down. And you just straighten your pole out on the inside. And of course you zip up your door, stake it out, and we're about to get all that set up in just a second. Alright guys, we're going to do a quick walk around of the tent here, or the rain fly, excuse me. The Hooch setup, this is what it's called. And it looks like it's draped right over the tent body, just without the tent up underneath. Alright, so we're going to head on in. And this is Velcro. Heavy duty Velcro. toggle is way back there for this. Or the elastic, excuse me. Here it is. Here's your toggle. Toggle it up. And the same thing on the other side. Let's just do that real quick. Elastic and toggle, and here you go. Now the straps do lay on the ground, and everything is quite tight fitting, like I did say. But this would be great with the footprint for this tent. It would also be awesome for an MMSS with a Gore-Tex bivy, so you can still sleep on the ground but still be under protection. Any kind of bivy sack like that would work, or for just a nice dry summer day, and you just you want it open, but you kind of want a little bit of protection just in case if it does rain. You can just zip it up real quick. This is perfect for that kind of stuff. So we're going to break it down, roll up the tent body and rain fly, show you the stake bag, the pole bag, the carry bag. We're going to roll it all up. And we're going to show you how to roll it up, because we have been seeing complaints about not being able to fit this into the carry bag that it's given. And we fit it in there fine every time. So we're just going to show you how to do that real quick. And alright guys, so we've got the tent body spread out. Pole bag. And we're going to show you how to roll it up here. You always want to make sure your doors are flat. That does help with folding it up. You want to go halfway, like this, and then another half.
And measure it with your pole.
You want to make sure it's about the width of your pole bag. And in this case, it's a little bit under, which is great.
Okay.
You want to make sure most of your air is out of it.
Get your fly.
Now we'll take your fly. We like to have it on woodland, so we're going to have it full. Let's untoggle this.
Go ahead and zip it up. These are manage.
There's toggle on this side too, so we're going to take that toggle out.
Buckle.
Buckle.
Okay, lay it down flat. And it'll be kind of a rinse and repeat process. Fold this over, both sides. And this.
You want to leave a little space at the left side.
Middle, bring that over, straighten it out. You want this edge inside the tent like I have mine.
Okay. Oh, bring this up.
Ah, you're cooking with grease. Okay, now, just a little bit, fold your end in. There you go. Get your tent poles, start to roll it up.
All right.
Just a hair. Okay.
I'm gonna run and grab a carry bag. Alright guys, we're just putting the tent body, rain fly, carry bag, stake bag, and poles into this carry bag here. trying to get this done pretty quick, guys, because the battery on the camera is running kind of low. Steaks here. Okay. And steaks go right down the side there. Alright guys, so as you can see here, to identify the back side of the rainfly from the front, you have this almost vertical or back door, and it does have Velcro on it. But this right here, once you unzip it and make a V, this is your back side. You're going to zip that back up and throw that on. Alright guys, so this is kind of how it gets secured. From one point, you have a Velcro attached to the rainfly itself. And it doesn't really matter where on the poles you secure this Velcro, but you do need to do it. I'm trying to keep that where you can see it. There you go, you just wrap it around. And then there is a buckle here. Just buckle it down to the ground. Alright guys, so I'm going to do the same thing on all the corners, just rinse and repeat. All the way around with this Velcro. And I forgot to mention, this is a reversible rainfly. So if you wanted the desert tan showing, you could do the reversible rainfly, have that showing, or you could have it in its preferred configuration here, for us at least, the woodland camo. And we were thinking about this, we haven't tested this out in a snow type environment, but this desert tan also could possibly be used for a snow rainfly. If you could make it work. Attach that to the corners, and like I said guys, this is a rinse and repeat. Gonna do this to all the corners. The front door here and the back door require 2 stakes in the ground to be able to have it in its full spread out configuration. Here's all 18 stakes, all nice and tight. Here's a good little bundle. Alright guys, so here is my 4 stakes. In my opinion, these stakes are superior to the ICS 2000 stakes because they're a solid piece of metal and they don't have the separate top like the ICS 2000 stakes. The only problem with the tops are, one time we had it staked in the ground really deep and we hit a root, and when we went to pull it up, the whole top popped off. And it's pretty simple to fix. Just drill a hole through it to where it's drilling through the stake and the head, a steel rod through it, and some epoxy, and there you go guys. And that's an easy fix to your ICS 1000 stakes. But still, these are superior to that. They're a solid piece of metal, and these things are awesome. So we're going to go and stake out the front door and then the back. supposed to be pulled out like that. So just gotta take that, bring it out as far as we can. Add an angle here. Stick it down into the ground. And of course we're gonna tighten those up in just a second there. Alright guys, same deal with the back. One stake here, one stake here. Pull it out a little ways. Push it down into the ground. And same thing with the other side. Now you do have to be careful in the middle of the night when you get up to go use the bathroom or something. Be mindful of where these stakes are, because that would be quite bad. Ripping your rain fly apart because of these tent stakes. So also be mindful of where those are. And they're right in front of the zipper for the door. Alright guys, let's head on inside. And if you want to have this rolled up, or you want to have this door open, you just roll this up. It's a piece of Velcro here in the side and a toggle here. Toggle it up there and it'll stay up there for you. Now there is I'll let you get closer there. There's a vestibule area to the left and to the right. Because of this rain fly, or it's rain fly, you can store your gear right here. And we're going to grab a Fox Tactical and throw it down there real quick. This is my dad's Fox Tactical. And right here, there's just enough room for it. And same thing with the other side. Just the same amount of room over here. So that'll be just enough for me and my dad. So let's get this pack out of the way. Let's head on in. So you do have mesh on the outside here. And you can just have mesh from the inside. You have to unzip it from the inside. Alright, so we'll just let you head on in.
Okay guys, inside the tent, we've got a nice, neat gear loft up here. It's made out of mesh. You have another door here. The nice thing about these doors is that you can unzip the material, tent body material, open the door, and have that nice 40D nylon no-seam mesh. Keep the bugs out. But the neat thing is too, this also will allow you to regulate the wind coming through on either side of you, because both of the doors have the 40D nylon no-seam mesh. And there you can see my beloved USMC logo, the emblem, eagle, globe, and anchor. This was a surplus tent, so needs a little work there. Some seam grip should fix that right up. Now again here, we're going to open the door and leave the no-seam mesh up. So now this will help us get a good breeze coming through here. We have that on both sides. Now the back side here, there's not a whole lot of room back here, but you could feasibly put a backpack back here or some other type of gear that you may have. But you also have another entrance or exit. It's secured by a heavy-duty zipper and Velcro along the flap. And you can get in and get out. This is a bathtub floor. Diamond brand does offer a tent footprint that will go under this. I think we're going to pick one up. It's only $29 on Diamond's website. And even though this tent floor is 100% waterproof, I want to make it last. Now, I got this tent at a killer deal, $75. This thing is barely used. And honestly, guys, I don't get deals like that. Everybody else gets deals like that, not me. But this one time, the sun shined on me just right. So I was able to pick up this tent for $75, barely used. So I think I'm going to pick up the footprint that goes under this tent, just to make it last that little much longer. I am 6 feet tall, and I have plenty of room in this tent. Once I lay down and sit up, I've still got another foot and a half of room here. Put more gear. This is a great tent. Plenty of room for 2 people. And we're going to test it out tonight.
Alright guys, so we're going to go finish taking down the rest of this tent. It comes with 18 stakes, and if got out properly, this thing can withstand 40-mile-an-hour winds and 55-mile-an-hour gusts. So this thing is absolute beast of a tent. It's bomb-proof. We're going to go ahead and get us the campfire started after this. Cook us up some dinner, and maybe we'll catch up with you later for our overnighter interview. We got the campfire going here with a piece of fat wood and a flint and steel here. A ferro rod in the back of our knives. The BK-16 and the ferro rod got it started. And we're going to have poor boys tonight. That's basically hamburger, potatoes, onions. You can put a whole lot of different stuff in there. We have a couple more added items. You wrap it all in tin foil and you throw it in the coals. Wait half an hour, 45 minutes, somewhere around there, just until you think it's cooked all the way. Open it up, just check, see if it's cooked. I mean, you'll know definitely. When you start to smell it, when you get a real strong smell from it, that's when you kind of start knowing that the potatoes and the onions and the hamburger and all that starting to cook real good. And then a couple of minutes after that, it'll be done. But guys, we're really looking forward to tonight, and we'll keep you posted. So I'd like to show you this big old sweet gum stump that me and my dad rolled down here about a quarter mile down the road. This was not today, definitely. It was one day me and him were, it was a landfill right on the other side of our land. It got cut down, and we asked if we could go harvest some of the logs that were still there. And they said, sure, go ahead. So we cut a bunch of logs up, and we found this big old thing in the middle of all of it. Now this was the hard part. We got a four-wheeler and a trailer, and we had to roll this into the trailer. That was the easy part. Next up, we had to bring the four-wheeler all the way down to here, rolled basically the whole stump all the way down our path into here, down all the way over here, started cutting pieces of it to make it level, and we still have a little piece in the middle here. That's all we got left, and the only reason we didn't get that cut and some pieces of this, because the chainsaw was acting up, so we decided, and we had enough for that day, so we stopped. And yeah, we're gonna start using this for demonstrations, like when we're making bread and stuff, eating, tables. I mean, you can use this for anything, guys. So just wanted to let you know a little bit of that. And if you look down there, we got our coffee going, nice campfire. We're gonna keep on adding wood to that here in just a minute. All right, guys. So this is the poor boy. Meat, potatoes, and onions. And of course, we're gonna throw in a ton of salt and pepper. We cooked this for a total of about 20-30 minutes in the coals. It all depends on how hot your coals are. But yeah, guys, this is just awesome.
It's garlic and salt and pepper.
Garlic and salt and pepper.
Have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Nice.
You're doing a video?
Yep. Excellent. All right. What you think?
Well, guys, we've had these before. These things are just awesome. It's basically everything you'd expect it to be and more. All right, so I'm gonna go and take me a bite.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Alright guys, so we woke up this morning. Dad got a new addition to the Stanley family, the Stanley stainless steel cook pot. And he's kind of making up like a bannock bread biscuit type mix in it right now. And we're just waiting on it to finish. So we'll tune back in with you guys once we feel like it's been cooked all the way. And then we'll do a little taste test.
Oh, that's nice. It's actually looking pretty done. Brown on the top, looking brown down on the sides and the bottom. Might give it stick a stick in there and see if it's still wet. Okay, stick that in there and let's see if it's any dough coming out.
A little soft in the middle.
Let me see the stick.
I say give it just a little bit more time.
Another minute, another couple minutes.
Yep.
But we're almost there. Enjoying some good campfire coffee this morning. Some of the best coffee in the world is right here over the campfire. We slept last night in the Marine combat tent, two-man combat tent, and we had a really good night. Actually, it was about 36 degrees outside, and inside that tent, it was about 45 degrees. I guess you can really consider this a four-season tent. Again, I got this at a great deal, barely used, for $75. No rips, no tears, nothing. Perfect condition. The only thing missing were the pieces of material that come in the repair kit. Other than that, all the stakes, guy lines, everything perfect. Wonderful tent. Okay guys, bannock bread biscuit deal is ready. We got a good browning, top and bottom. It's done on the inside. We'll take you a piece. Tastes good to me. Nice.
We have the two-man Marine Corps combat tent system laid out here with all the parts separated. This is a four-season two-man Marine Corps combat tent. It's a freestanding double-walled tent. It has a vapor permeable tent body. It's made out of 70D ripstop nylon. Its pack size is 24 inches by 9.5 inches in the carry bag. Its packed weight is 10.5 pounds with the repair kit. It's 8.5 without. The floor area is 29.4 square feet. The floor dimensions are 84 inches by 50 inches. The highest point in the tent body itself is 45 inches tall, and the netting is 40D no-seam mesh. so it can block dust and bugs. The tent can withstand, when staked down and guyed out, it can withstand 40 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 55 miles an hour. The operation conditions are from 0 degrees to 120, although we at Roberts Bushcraft feel that it could go below 0 degrees. So you can also use this in desert or arid environments with the ventilation systems on the doors with no-seam mesh. Alright guys, I'd like to thank you for joining me out here in the beautiful woods again today with me and my dad to review this awesome bomb-proof 2-man Marine Corps combat tent. I really do appreciate you liking and subscribing on my videos and to the channel. And guys, it's really touches my heart when y'all do that kind of stuff. I love seeing y'all support. For me and my dad out here, just having fun out in the woods. And I'd just like to thank y'all guys. And I definitely recommend buying this tent if you like doing 4-season camping and like military gear, and good military gear at that. And just like to thank you again for joining us today, guys, and God bless.